Welcome to the Trevor Kashey Nutrition monthly Ask Me Anything. Every month, the TKN team of experts goes live inside our private Facebook group where people bring us their burning questions about nutrition, diet hacks, performance, and more, and we walk them through what actually works in the real world. If you want guidance that's tailored to you specifically instead of generic advice, click our link below and we are happy to schedule a call with you. We got you. All right, how is everyone doing today?
All
Good?
man. Yeah.
Tired.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
dude, it's Monday, but it honestly feels like it's already like Wednesday. It's just like it's been one of those weeks.
Yes. Well, our advanced program team, which is here with us today, they all just had a major photo shoot last week and we're on this super duper cut. So how are you guys feeling now that you're back entering into eating lots of food again?
Bro, I'm still hungry. I don't know about y'all.
I was gonna say I'm still hungry.
It's just nice to get a pump in the gym anymore. That's what I'm excited for. Like before being so carb depleted, it was just like, all right, well, let's go. Let's get it done. Let's burn up some more sugars.
Hmm.
Being able
Oh,
to drink water again has been a blessing.
For real.
yeah. Right, the morning of the shoot, I remember Huggy said, "Do not drink any water."
It worked, but it was one of those things that's like, there's nothing sadder than taking that sip of water in the middle of the night and going, "Oh, I gotta spit this out."
Yes, yes. Okay. Well, we have a question that already came in the chat. So Karen asked, I would love to hear what your guys' favorite source of protein is. Please let it not be chicken, per Karen. So who
So,
wants-
do you want to hear our favorite source, or do you not want us to say anything then, Karen? Because what if it's
Yeah.
chicken? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm out then.
yeah.
All
And
right,
so, Karen, this is the other thing that I would also say, because like we get this a lot. It's like, people are like, oh, what's your favorite thing? But it better not be chicken because I'm sick of chicken. And this always brings me back to when I first had this conversation with Dr. Cassie. This was like 10 years ago at this point now. And I just absolutely told him, I was like, I am so fucking sick of chicken at this point. And he said, Huggy, are you sick of chicken or are you sick of the way that you're cooking chicken? And that was like a light bulb moment for me because I realized that, hey, if I still went out to a restaurant, I'm still getting some type of chicken. I'm getting chicken fajitas. I'm doing something else. And so what I had done was I basically just dug myself into a rut of making the chicken the exact same way, spicing it the exact same way, and creating this boredom within my own routine that I then started to despise. And so if you're not liking chicken, take a look at how you're preparing it. Can you add some new spices? Can you cook it a different way? Can you get somebody else to prepare it for you? Like whenever I get stuck in these types of ruts, like one of my favorite things to do is to go to Chipotle and get their chicken. I'll get it catered for a week. And that way it goes ahead and gives me a little bit of a break with somebody else doing those types of things. So when you're looking at your protein sources, don't limit yourself on don't let it be chicken. Look at, hey, how can I make the chicken better and how can I make this more appetizing?
absolutely. Well, I gotta say, I love
Yeah.
Greek yogurt. That's a huge source of protein for me, and cottage cheese. Both of those things I eat a ton of every day, just to get a little break from chicken.
Dude, I will tell you guys, okay, I hate cottage cheese simply because the mouthfeel absolutely disgusts me. Like, I don't like this idea of these curds and like that, like it's all now. Cottage cheese is one of my favorite sources of protein if you throw that bad boy in a blender and whip it up. That was a massive game changer for me because then all of a sudden it takes out the disgusting texture. You've got something that has like the same type of consistency as Greek yogurt, but it doesn't have that tangy aftertaste, and it's so much easier to add flavoring to. So if you were like me and cottage cheese and that was your barrier for entry there was, oh my God, I hate this disgusting shit in my mouth. Dude, try whipping it up first and then seeing if that makes a difference for you.
Dude, that blew my mind. I was at Dr. Kashey's house, the Kashey's one time, and he goes, "Hey, try this." He pulled a whole tray out of the freezer, and it looked like cheesecake. And I was like, "All right, what is this?" And he cracked it on the counter like a freaking caveman, and it was like pink lemonade mix and cottage cheese. It was insane. It was so good. And I would never touch cottage cheese for the same reason you described, Huggy, but that one worth trying. Just blending it up and mixing it together. It was delicious.
I like to
You
add
guys
salt.
when you're at the Cashie's house because Dr. Cassie has done that. Here, try this to me before. And I stuck it in my mouth. I was like, okay, it kind of tastes like cardboard. What is it? Oh, it was a dog biscuit. I was just trying it. I wanted to see if you wanted the other half. So if you are ever with Trevor, make sure that you actually ask him if you're curious about these things before you just randomly stick something in your mouth.
That's amazing. All right, Mel.
I was gonna say I like sauces. I mean, all of the chicken varieties and different ways of cooking it aside, adding variety via sauces has been like the best discovery for me. Chick-fil-A, getting their grilled chicken nuggets with the buffalo zest sauce on top of a kale salad. Never been a fan of kale until I tried their kale salad, but let me tell you, that's the best combo. So filling. I love that as like when I get bored of whatever it is that I'm eating, I'll throw that in once or twice a week and A of the game.
Love
Guys,
that.
questions about protein today. So, guys, we all just came off of cut, so I'm just going to ask everybody here just give some of their favorite recipes that they were using to get high protein and lower calories around the cut. One of my favorite ways to be able to get it in, chunky soup, and then you just dice up chicken and add it to it. 150 grams of diced up chicken, a can of chunky soup. The highest calorie chunky soup out of all of them, I think, is the chicken and dumpling soup. It's 380 calories for the entire can. So you can get a protein meal that has about 60, 65 grams of protein into it for about 500, 600 calories overall. It's a fantastic thing. And like what we were talking about, a lot of times the barrier for entry with protein sources is just that it's dry. It's a lot of work chewing this up. So one of the things I really started doing this cut was I started cutting my protein sources into much smaller pieces and then adding it to some type of liquid, some type of sauce, some type of broth, and it does make it go down so much easier. Now I see Taylor nodding his head because he was doing the same thing. What was some of the stuff that you were doing while you were on this, Taylor?
So I got real fancy and cut an onion in half, put spikes in it, like the skewers, and then thin chicken breast, and just like stacked them, like 15 of them, and shawarma spice. Then bake that shit in the oven. So I basically like cut off the chicken like shawarma, and then I was able to make like a lower cal yogurt thing on it because I was like, I'm so sick of eating a plain fucking chicken breast. I'm just not going to do it anymore. And I'm going to make it taste good. So I did because, like we talked about earlier, it's not the chicken's fault. Pull it out at 165 heat. The moisture's still there. It was great.
Okay, man, you're gonna have to post that recipe up in the One Body
Yeah.
group because I and a picture of this because I actually want to see this onion stack and like how the architecture works out before I actually try it myself. Ben, what were some of the things that you were doing, bud?
I am just like Mrs. Masella. I am a boring sort of guy, and especially in a cut or a fat loss phase, Huggy, I think the biggest thing is embracing the consistency as well as the bit of finiteness. So as we talk about these things, like a fat loss phase is a dedicated time. Now, and so sustainability is a much different nut to crack. And so when I know I'm like, I have to do this for 12, maybe 16 weeks. Let's just go, right? Let's build that consistency because I know what works. So as we attack the fat loss phase, and I think most of us accepted that, like, this is going to be finite and it's okay. Just execute what you know works. So I was much a Instapot chicken with some Chick-fil-A sauce. Get it down, enjoy that sauce, and let's move on with life. Let's get to the next meal because I knew, hey, this works for me, and I'm gonna look good on photo shoot day. I'm gonna look good.
It is hilarious getting a picture of Ben with his gigantic bowl of shredded chicken covered in his Chick-fil-A sauce as he's just sitting there eating. One of the highlights of my day, guys. Like, I highly recommend it for everybody to make it through your fat loss phase. And if he sends it shirtless, plus one.
Yes. Okay, so we have some more questions here. Nick asked, what are our favorite high protein meals? Because the ones he's seeing have about 500 to 600 calories, with 50 grams of protein. So I'm going to say one that I talked about on the Kickstart call yesterday. I just discovered it. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of cloud bread. It's egg whites that are whipped really well with the blender. And I put some like dark chocolate chips in it. You can do whatever you want. And the whole thing is like 250 calories and 50 grams of protein. So I posted it into the group in One Body. Check it out. Trust me, it's really good. What else?
I like looking at like so the protein source is one thing. Looking at those starch, looking at those veggies, looking at those carb sources can be an exceptional way to add a little bit of volume, a little bit of variety, particularly because like if you're in a fat loss phase versus like those carbs and starch sources can change, but having that menu available. So if you're in like kind of a sustainment phase, pasta, rice, but then as you kind of dial in some less calorie dense sweet potatoes and just kind of other starchy potatoes can add a lot of volume without a sizable increase in overall calories.
I personally like shrimp and pineapple. shrimp, pineapple, maybe some rice, depending on what mood I'm in and kind of how I want to build out my day. I love again buffalo sauce. Like I don't like spicy, but buffalo seems to be where it's at for me. Throw that in and that sweet spicy with the pineapple. So good. So good. What do you got, Nelson?
So for me, I actually took this one from Huggy. Reduced fat cheese and chicken is always good together, right? So like I'll make a tortilla essentially out of the cheese, and then I'll put the chicken in. I'll add whatever other flavors I want, but super, super lean. Like that was probably my favorite one, Nicholas. It's an easy way to get in like 120, 130 grams of protein, and it's always satiating. Like that's probably one of my cheat codes at the end of the day. I keep my other two meals really lean. The other thing that I was going to add too is lean ham is a very good like midday cheat code. I love it. It's a good chunk of mass. It tastes fantastic there, and it keeps you full for a long time.
Oh yeah. So Sujana asked about what are options for carbs. I think Ben answered that one. That was great. What I do is I like to keep my meals leaner so I can enjoy carbs in other snacks and things like that. So I'll have chicken and vegetables, or I'll have my Greek yogurt with protein powder mixed in. And then later I can have some of like my favorite graham crackers or pretzels or things like that. So I like to separate it out a little bit. What about you guys?
Oh, I still follow the exact same strategy, Ellie. It's like, oh, look at that. I'm a competitive bodybuilder as I eat during the day. And then it's like in the evening, I'm a fat ass who sits on my couch because that's how I distribute my calories. It's no
Yes.
problem for me to be like, yeah, egg whites and spinach for meals one, two, and three. And then boom, this way I've got 2,000 calories saved up at the end of the day. And I can sit my ass down with a big bowl of peanut butter ice cream and go to bed fat and happy. And this way I'm still hitting my targets and making progress. I love doing things that way. Very, very easy. Because, dude, really sits there and cares about having a good tasting meal while you're in front of your keyboard, while you're sitting there going through your regular workday anyway? I'd much rather have it while I'm sitting there at the end of the day, and it puts me in a better mood. And if I'm in a better mood, that increases the probability that I'm actually going to have sex with my wife before I go to bed. So, again, another bonus to that.
I'm the same way, Huggy. Maybe like just enjoying the dinner time meal. I mean, she hasn't found out that we snuggled while we were in Dallas. All right, don't tell her that secret yet. I helped oil Huggy up for this photo shoot, so we've gotten quite
It's
close.
still a treasured memory, guys.
I love it. I am glad. I'm like I have the photo frame. So, but enjoying the meals that you want. So just like Huggy mentioned, like identifying that meal and saving those calories for that. I enjoy dinners because it's the only meal that Aubrey and I get to have together, and so it allows us to have a substantial portion of my calories for the day while enjoying it with the people as well. So it can be a great tactic by breaking down those meals and identifying what meals you truly care about and which ones you can just run on autopilot.
Yeah, love that. We would all get along very well if we were roommates, eating our ice cream every night together. Okay, we have a question that was submitted before the call. What is the fastest way for me to gain 10 pounds of muscle?
Okay, I'm going to chime in on this one first because what we want to do is we want to manage expectations on this one. Because everybody has this idea that 10 pounds of muscle just means 10 pounds of scale weight. Like, hey, we're just going to go ahead and slam 10 pounds of lean beef on everything's going to be great. No, 10 pounds of muscle actually equates to about 30 pounds of scale weight overall when you figure out all of the glycogen, the extra water, everything that's going on. The inflammation that's necessary to create 10 pounds of muscle is also going to put you in a pretty substantial amount of pain. You're going to be very uncomfortable during this time. So, how fast can you put that on? How fast can you tolerate this discomfort? How fast can you be consistent for to be able to execute this plan? And so when somebody comes to me with this problem and they're looking to solve it in the shortest possible time, my advice is always, dude, remove autonomy from the situation. Just take all of your choices out of it. Treat your life like it's boot camp. You get up at this time every single day. You eat at these times every single day. You work out at this time and you go to bed at this time. And you don't deviate from the schedule because at this point in time, your life is dedicated to gaining 10 pounds of muscle in the shortest possible time. Now, if you're just working out because you're a lifer and you just enjoying this and you have this nebulous idea that 10 pounds of muscle is going to make my life somehow better, well, unless you can clearly define the utility behind that, well, then what we can say is, well, hey, getting stronger and improving is what's actually getting my life better. And I just picked 10 pounds as an arbitrary number, in which case, then we don't really need to do anything different. All we need to do is say, hey, how can what I'm doing currently a little bit better tomorrow and the next day and the next day? And so that's what I'm going to ask everybody is, hey, when you're sitting here and you're looking to gain that 10 pounds, what problem are you trying to solve? Are you a weight class athlete that really is trying to move up a weight class? Are you willing to go ahead and have the talk with your affiliations, letting them know that you are going to be an absolute grump to live with for the next probably 12 to 24 weeks while you sit here and have to work out to the point of uncomfortableness, eat to the point of being uncomfortable, probably have your sex drive reduced because, oh my God, I'm going to bed bloated. I'm sitting here having to reduce other activities that I enjoy because everything is going into this thing. Or is it, hey, I just really enjoy working out and I'd like to get better a little bit faster rate, in which case, hey, how can I do what I'm already doing a little bit better? So that's my advice to everybody on that one.
I'm gonna like just answer it verbatim, like just as it is. What's the fastest way? Work your ass off in the gym and take some drugs. Like that's the fastest way. Like to be completely frank, like that's the like fastest way. Now, if you don't want to do it the illegal way, right? All right, cool, badass. Let's figure that out. All right, like Huggy said, you're gonna have your life on autopilot. Get lean, work hard, hit your targets, and repeat. And sometimes it just takes time and identifying what that problem is. Do you just want to look better with your shirt off? Badass. Let's do it. Let's come up with a plan and really identify what problem you're trying to solve so we can come up with the accurate plan to get you there.
Yes. And Dr. Biglicki wrote, you are going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gained 50 pounds in a year and a half to do this, and it freaking sucked. Stairs sucked. Picking up things sucked. Like tying my shoes sucked ass. Like it did it like work out eventually? Yeah, but like damn, it was hard. And it really was uncomfortable. Like I cannot convey enough when Huggy and Ben say it's gonna be unpleasant. Yes.
You could
Dude,
argue the
guys,
same thing on the op.
like 260 something pounds, like to compete in strongman. It is a chore to try to put on that type of weight. It is a chore to move that type of weight every single day. It's not something I recommend unless like you really have a driving purpose, a burning reason to do it. Other than that, it's just fucking miserable.
It's the same thing with being super shredded. Like they're two sides of the same coin. Do you want to be shredded to the point that it hurts to sit on bleachers? Like all of these things have second and third order effects. You think you solve one problem, but you become an expert at solving other problems because you don't even know what problems are going to elicit from getting big or getting lean.
So true, Ben. Really great point. Thank you for that. Sujana wrote in the chat, I heard eliminating coffee is one of the things we'll do in the future. Do you recommend replacing it with matcha? Um, I am not sure what you mean by eliminating coffee in the future. In the program, that is not something that we would ever ask anyone to do. You eat what you enjoy. When you enjoy it, it's completely your autonomy with that. We recommend you eating and drinking whatever you like. Okay, whatever works best for you is our recommendation.
Now, Susanna, if you're referring to the Power Foods protocol,
Mhm.
we do ask that you eliminate coffee because that has been shown to have a leaky gut symptom in a certain cross section of the population. And so, no, I wouldn't recommend replacing it with matcha if you're looking at doing the Power Foods protocol, because the Power Foods protocol is designed to remove inflammatory foods, of which matcha is going to be one of them. And so that's why the Power Foods protocol is such a basic food list, because every single thing on that list has been vetted to have a non-hypoallergenic reaction in like 99% of the population. Like Dr. Kashey took years curating this list. So there's a lot of things that are left off. Like you're not going to find beef on that list. You're not going to find eggs on that list. You're not going to find coffee on the list because, hey, somewhere along the line, somebody had a reaction to this. So that means that it's going to cause some type of inflammation. So boom, we got rid of that. So
Yeah,
hopefully that answers the question that you were trying to ask, Sujana.
right. And the Power Foods list is not required. You don't have to do it. If you choose to, go for it. You'll learn a lot about your body.
It's a great place to learn information that you can use to make informed decisions later on. So, highly recommend, but absolutely not required.
Yes. All right, another question we got before this call. What makes TKN different from other nutrition and training programs out there?
I love this one. So most programs out there are really focusing on getting your shit together. You got the 12 weeks to summer, you got the 12 weeks to that, you got the 12 weeks to master, whatever it might be. And so it really focuses on, hey, just go execute this plan, which a lot of people see some good results because there is certainly a part of being beneficial of getting your act together. What makes TKN different is the combination of getting your act together and then keeping your act together while also exploring the data of how you behave. You learn how to get lean and stay lean and lose weight and the behaviors and the responses and how you deal with some of the other stressors so that you can maintain that leanness and that weight loss the long term, because those other programs, they get you and then boom, what happens after that 12 weeks? Your support system is gone. And so if you haven't learned anything and you just executed blindly, guess what? You're going to revert back to old behaviors. But having a coach long term that is looking out for your best interest and helps you work through some of the stressors and life seasonalities and the worst days of your life where it's like the dog died, your mom died, things like that, how you work through that and have that objective support system to be able to help you maintain your behaviors and maintain that weight loss can be super, super beneficial. And I know Huggy's been doing this forever and can speak more to what makes TKN the best company out there.
That's exactly what Ben said. Every other company is going to tell you what to do, but they're not going to explain anything, and they're going to remove your autonomy from the situation. It's here, do this or fail, period. We are a skill-based program. We teach you these skills necessary to be successful, not only in nutrition, but in financial situations, in improving your job skills. Like, these are life skills that we teach you. We just do it through the foundation of nutrition because every single person has some type of dysfunctional upbringing or beliefs around nutrition. And so if we can slay those sacred cows and we can set terms to get us all on the common ground here, well, then it gets really easy to level everyone up with these necessary skills to have the life that they want. And that's what we're focused on. It's really fucking easy to say, yeah, here's your meal plan, go ahead and execute. But what's going to happen when that meal plan coincides with, your grandfather's 50th birthday or something like that, and you want to be able to go and celebrate? Well, are you going to start isolating yourself and the rest of the family so that way you can look good? Well, that doesn't sound like a very enjoyable life either. And so we give you these skills to sit there and make these decisions for yourself, to be able to analyze data and then continue to refine your plan as you move forward. And that is my favorite part about this, is it's not just a one and done thing. We teach you how to problem solve. And on the flip side of that, that also means that we teach you how to take responsibility for your own shit, which can honestly be daunting and overwhelming. I go through this every single day. It's like, man, this is awesome that I have so much control over my life. But oh my God, this sucks that I'm fucking responsible for everything in my life. Taylor, what you got for us?
Oh, dude, I was just thinking the exact same thing. It's like sometimes I look at my kids and I'm like, ah, man, I am so glad that I have the skills to do this and raise these people to be good humans. But holy shit, you mean I have to do this every single day for the rest of my life? Like it is daunting. But what's not to be like too on theme, I guess, but like, hey, man, you build the skills over time and you fail fast and you fail forward. And doing that, you learn from those mistakes and get better. It's not a game of being perfect. Like that's going to drive you crazy. Like this is a game of like, hey, what went well? What did you learn? And what can we do better next time? And just applying that frame over and over and over and over again over a long enough time horizon is really when you see the results. You can zoom out at that point. Hope that makes sense.
Yes. And I wrote in the chat, you get your shit together in Kickstart and you keep your shit together in our advanced programs. And that's how Dr. Kashey wrote all of our programs, to go one after the other for a reason. And speaking of that, we have our summer slim down special going on right now. I'm sure you've seen it online. We have half off of Kickstart. And we have our One Body app, our Power Foods list, all of that's included, and the reimbursement option is included in this. So half off of Kickstart. It's running right now. And we are going to put the link to schedule a call for you or any of your friends right under the video. And Sujana asked, how long is the advanced program? It's a year-long program, and it starts right after week 12 of Kickstart. And you work with a coach, one of them that's on this call right now. Yes. And you keep your shit together. You learn how to do that.
I just love that Ben had to throw up just how big his muscles really are. Like I'm like, oh, here's my bicep, and then there's Ben's bicep that's as big as my head. Like,
Well, I didn't throw up a front double bicep because I saw Ben start and I was like, nah, it's just not even worth it at this point.
I'm not stepping into that competition right now.
Well,
Hey,
Mel, I was looking at Mel.
You got a year, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Year to the next photo shoot. Let's do this thing.
Oh yeah, Mel, I was looking at your biceps. I didn't notice Ben's until you pointed it out. So thank you for pointing it out, though.
Gotta keep it all in perspective. I was like, as soon as I threw one up, I saw Ben's right next to my head, and literally, I'm like, same size.
That is great. Well, thank you everybody for joining us today. We hope you benefited from this. If you have any other questions, please email support@kasheycommand.com. We are all here for you. Again, summer slim downs going on right now. Jump on a call. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbor, tell your dog, tell everybody, and we will be happy to help you. Have a wonderful week.